It is time to venture into the howling abyss with Eldra in this playthrough of Iron Helm. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Game Night YouTube channel. Today, guys, we're back for some more Iron Helm. Absolutely love this game. And today we're playing with Eldra. So I've never played as this character before. She seems pretty unique. I think it's going to be kind of difficult, to be honest with you. Her health is fairly low, starting with 9 health. She does start with 14 energy, which is pretty sweet. She can hold up to 8 weight, which is kind of on the lower side, and she starts with 1 ration and 3 gold, which is pretty typical for the characters. She also starts with some trappings, the Raven Staff and the Torch. So the Raven Staff here is a 2-handed weapon that says, whenever you are to gain poison, you may choose to lose health instead of equal value. So anytime we're to gain poison, we can lose health instead of taking poison, which is pretty cool. She also starts with the Torch Trapping, which says that you may discard this card to reveal both dungeon cards and then choose one to resolve. That's pretty powerful. It's a one-time use, of course, but a pretty cool thing to start with. And then she starts with this skill over here, Life Drain. Before combat begins, you may spend 2 energy to deal d6 damage to your foe while also gaining d6 health. You may not gain blessing tokens. So it's pretty interesting right there. Eldra cannot gain blessing tokens, but hey, we can do some damage and potentially gain health before even fighting an enemy. So that is pretty cool right there. Very interesting skill. Other than that, that is pretty much all she's got going on to start the adventure. Of course, this is a level 1 adventure, so we're playing with all the base stuff added into the game. And if we make it through this adventure, then we'll continue on to a level 2 adventure. As mentioned, she starts with 3 gold, and I've got a couple trappings here that I want to purchase. So the first one is the rations. It says discard immediately and gain 2 additional rations. So we're going to spend 1 gold, and we're going to get 2 additional rations. So I'll go ahead and grab 2 of these. Boop, boop, right there. So we're going in with 3 rations, and we've got 2 gold left, and I'm going to use that to buy the robes. So it says you may avoid 1 skirmish per level. Costs 2, it weighs 1, and it goes on your body. So we're going to take our last 2 gold, spend those, and we are going to equip the robes to Eldra just like that. So we can use that to avoid 1 skirmish per level. That is going to be very, very useful indeed. All right, guys, so that is it. Without further ado, let's head straight in. We're on level 1 of the dungeon. We're starting with 0 morality, and I'm going to go ahead and shuffle up everything on camera. We'll get the plot shuffled up. We will get the potions and loot and enemy shuffled up, and then, of course, we'll shuffle up the dungeon deck here, and we're playing with the Howling Abyss dungeon deck in this playthrough, guys. So this is not the base dungeon deck that comes with the game. This is an expansion for the game. It is dungeon deck number 2, the Howling Abyss, and there's definitely some unique additions to this dungeon deck. Some things are similar, some things are wildly different, and you'll see here soon enough if you're not familiar with it. It's very cool. All right, I think that is about it, and we're good to go, guys. So we're going to head into the first room of level 1 of the dungeon. Here we go. Eldra heading in. What do we got here? First off, okay, we've got the altar. Sometimes a sanctuary is found in the least expected place. You stumble to the altar and pray for blank. So we can pray for a blessing, which will gain us 1 blessing token, but unfortunately with life drain, we may not gain blessing tokens as Eldra. Or we can pray for strength, which will gain us 2 energy. We can pray for healing. We can discard d6 minus d6 poison tokens. Or we can pray for favor and move up 1 space on the morality tracker. So since none of the other options do us any good right now, we're going to go ahead and pray for favor and move up 1 on the morality track. That is pretty cool. Wow, okay, so that's a nice way to start the dungeon right there. Let's head into the next room, creak open the door, and there's an ambush behind it. So do we want to do this? If we do the ambush as the first card, it says that you catch your foe by surprise and gain the upper hand. And it works a little bit differently, I believe, than the ambushes in the base dungeon deck for Iron Helm. It says, draw an enemy card and ignore their initial damage. Add 3 damage to your first attack. Add the dungeon level to the enemy's health. So we actually get like a boost, a buff from this card. If we attack first, we'll add 3 damage to our initial attack. I think I'm going to actually go ahead and do it, guys. So we're going to catch our foe by surprise. We're going to add the dungeon level 1 to the health of an orc warrior. So this guy has 6 HP. Here we go. He also does 2 base damage He has a treasure class of 1. He is weak to fire. And it says you may avoid this conflict by spending 2 gold. We do not have any gold to bargain with the Orc Warrior, so we're just going to have to fight this guy. But fortunately, since we're getting the jump on him, we get to do 3 damage to our initial attack, and we get to attack first. So let's see, guys. How much energy do we want to spend here? He's got 6 health. I think I'm going to go ahead and play it safe, and we are going to spend 2 energy. I'm going to roll 2 dice. And let's see what we get here, dudes. We're going to add 3 to our total. This should be fairly easy. We got 6 plus the 3 is 9. Okay, so that is plenty enough to take down the Orc Warrior. Set the energy up that way. And we are going to gain 1 loot and also 1 gold. So let's see what the loot is. What do we get? Oh my gosh, dude. Dude, I don't know what's going on, guys. If you guys have seen my last 2 Iron Helm playthroughs, you'll see how unbelievably lucky I have been getting. And you watched me shuffle on camera, dudes. We just got the scale armor. This is probably the best armor that you can get in the... I mean, it is. It's like the best armor you can get in the game. The only thing that kind of sucks-ish is that we bought the robes trapping, and this is going to replace our robes. So I think we're going to keep the robes on for now, and we're going to hang on to the scale armor, and after we avoid a skirmish, we'll go ahead and swap it out for the scale armor. But this is an amazing piece of armor. You subtract 2 from initial damage and counter strikes, and you cannot use the conceal or shadow skill, but we don't have conceal or shadow. So we're going to go ahead and hang on to that. It weighs 3, so we have 3, 4, 5, 6 items worth of weight, so we can hold 2 more. We also get a gold coin, so there we go. We're not broke anymore. And we get the Orc Warrior over here in our graveyard. 2 more enemies, and we can get ourselves another skill from the mind skills, since Eldra is a mind character. That's her proficiency. Very nice, dude. Amazing. Amazing loot to get this early on in the adventure. We find a clearing. I love the artwork for the new clearing, too. Check that out. Is that not super cool, dude? I really, really like the art on these new cards. I like the art on the old cards, too, but yeah, it's just cool to see some new artwork. It says anything can happen in a clearing. Draw and resolve a plot card. So it is the same as the original clearing card. And let's see what we get. In dire need. Loud squealing echoes off the cavern walls in the clearing. You see a small pig-like man being cornered by a large gray serpent. We can defend the pig man, which says that we're going to lose 3 health and gain 1 poison token, and then move up 2 on the morality track, or we can keep moving on and we'll move down 1 on the morality track. Honestly, guys, since Eldra has such little health, I think we're going to keep moving on and leave the pig man behind, unfortunately. You decide to leave the swine to defend itself. As you creep away into the next passage, you hear a loud scream followed by silence. Yikes. Move down 1 on the morality track. So we are back at 0, and it kind of works out because it was cool that we found that altar early on. We get 2 eyes toward finding the boss. There we go. Moving on from the clearing into the next room of level 1 of the dungeon, and it is the Archangel. A flash of holy light causes you to freeze. When the brightness fades, you see the form of a woman with large wings. She has come to judge your deeds. Check your placement on the morality tracker and refer to the chart below. We're on 0, so nothing happens. We're going to go ahead and we're going to resolve that card rather than going the other way. We kind of get like a free room right there. So the angel, she judges our deeds and she lets us pass on by. Here we go into the next room, the false idol. Your eyes lock onto a huge evil statue carved onto the wall. It is begging to be worshipped. What shall you do? We can beg for power, wealth, our life, or we can ignore the false idol. If we beg for power, we're going to move down 1 space on the morality track, and then we're going to gain 2 energy and 1 loot card. That's actually pretty cool. If we beg for wealth, we'll move down 1 on the morality track, gain 2 gold and 1 potion card. Also cool. And if we beg for life, we move down 1 on the morality track, gain 2 health and 1 ration. We definitely don't need that one. And if we ignore the false idol, we move up 1 space on the morality tracker and lose 1 health. I think I kind of want to go for the first one. Yeah, I want to go for the first one. So we're going to beg for power. So we're going to move down 1 space on the morality track. And Eldra is going to gain 2 energy back. So we get back our 2 energy that we spent on the fight with the Orc Warrior. And then we're going to gain 1 loot card. All right, guys, we're gaining a lot of loot early on. Let's see what we get. The field guide. Gain an additional ration whenever you enter the mushroom grove. That is pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and hang on to that. We can hold one more item worth of weight, and we're going to move on from the false idol further into level 1 of the dungeon into another ambush. You know what? I think I'm going to skip it. Ooh, should I skip it? No, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do the ambush. I don't want to push my luck here because there's another one in here. It's like Savage Encounter, I think is what it's called. And it is really, really gnarly. I don't want to run into that. So let's go ahead and do the ambush. We catch our foe by surprise. We're going to add the dungeon level 1 to the health of an undead warrior. He has 6 health, just like the orc warrior that we fought earlier. He does 3 base damage. He has treasure class of 1. He is weak to undead. He will drop a coin. And it says you lose 1 blessing with initial damage, but we're not worried about that. Eldra can't gain blessings anyway, and we don't have any. Plus, we get to attack first. So we are going to spend 2 energy, just like last time, and we're doing plus 3 damage. Dude, I really like that you get an added 3 damage to your first attack when you ambush them. That is amazing. All right, let's see what we get here. Wow, dude, we did 8 plus 3 is 11. That is plenty enough to take down the undead warrior. We'll set the energy over here. And we're going to get 1 loot and a gold coin. The loot is... Oh, baby, dude, the Cinder Blade. Let's go, man. Attack results of 6 deal 7 damage. And we get plus 3 to the sum of your attack roll versus enemies weak to fire. That is insane. I think I'm going to... We're going to hang on to the... No, we can't hang on to the Raven Staff because we won't be able to carry all that. We're going to drop the Raven Staff. Okay, so we're going to lose the ability to get rid of health instead of poison, but I'm really not worried about that. Yeah, I'm really not too worried about that. So we're going to actually go ahead and drop the Raven Staff. And instead, we're going to pick up the Cinder Blade, which weighs 2. So we're at 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. So we are maxed out right now, but we have an amazing weapon, dude. That is awesome. Okay, cool. And then we also get a gold coin. Boom, right there. And we get the Undead Warrior in our graveyard. There we go. Dude, getting the jump on the enemies with these ambush cards in the Howling Abyss deck is insane. We go further into level 1. There's the Savage Encounter. So it says, before you stands a formidable foe. If we're to do this one as the first one, it says to draw 2 enemy cards and discard the enemy with less health. You must fight the remaining enemy, adding the dungeon level plus 1 to their health. And if it's tied, the player chooses. I think I'm going to skip this. We're going to push our luck. We're going to go the other way, and it is a skirmish, and we're going to go ahead and use the robes to skip past the skirmish and avoid the skirmish just like that. And now before we move on, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to slip out of my robes, and I'm going to put on the scale armor. There we go, guys. So that's going to be great in case we run into another skirmish or an ambush. Let's go deeper in. And we found the merchant. Deep in the dungeon seems like a strange place to set up shop, but who are you to question his sanity? You may take any number of the following actions. We can buy, sell, or trade. So if we buy, it's a little bit different with the merchant in the Howling Abyss deck. It says to see what goods the merchant has, draw 3 loot and 2 potion cards. So it doesn't matter what level of the dungeon you're on. He always has 3 loot and 2 potion. We can also sell items. He'll buy any item for 1 gold each, like normal. And we can trade. You may swap any single item you have with an item that the merchant has, as long as the item you give him has a greater value than the one you take. So we're going to go ahead and see what he's got. He's got 3 loot. He's got a health potion, an undeath potion, and a ration. And he's also got 2 potions. Dude, he's just got potions for days. He's got holy water potion and a spark bomb potion. Okay, the health potion I definitely want. That is going to come in handy for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 gold, and we're going to purchase the health potion. I'm going to have to drop something. So we're going to go ahead and drop the field guide. Yeah, we're going to drop... Oh, I can actually sell the field guide to him. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll sell the field guide to him. We'll put that over this way. We'll get our 1 gold from that. I already spent the 1 gold, so we're going to get a health potion from him. There we go. And I do want to buy more of the potions that he has, but we don't have any room for it. Should we drop the robes? Nah, man, the robes are so good. I really want to hang on to that. We could buy the rations and then discard it to gain 2 energy. I think I might do that. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to spend 1 gold. We're going to buy the rations. We're going to consume them immediately. We're going to discard them. And we're going to gain 2 energy back. So we get both of our energy back that we used to fight the skeleton warrior, or the undead warrior over here. Cool. Okay, this is pretty cool. We're gaining our energy back pretty easily so far in the dungeon. So we're going to go ahead and let him keep the rest of his stuff. I believe this was a loot. Yep, we'll put that here. And both of these were potions. That was cool, man. It was like a potion merchant. That was pretty neat. All right, so we're going to move on from that. And we're in the last room of level 1 of the dungeon. Let's see what we have here, dudes. There's an ambush. I don't really want to push my luck because I feel like this might be a skirmish, since we only saw one skirmish all level. So I think we're going to do it. So we're going to catch our foe by surprise, get the jump on him. We're going to add 1 to the health of a zombie. Okay, this is going to be an easy fight. So he's got 3 health. We get to attack first, and we add 3 damage to our first attack. So we just automatically are going to kill him. So I guess we have to spend some energy, right? So we're going to spend 1 energy, and we'll roll just for fun. And we do 7 total damage. That is plenty, enough to take down the zombie. And he drops 1 loot, no gold. So let's see what the loot is. We're not going to be able to hold it, but let's see what it is. The Greedy Zweihander, a big old 2-handed sword that weighs 3. You may add an additional die to your attack roll at the cost of 1 gold. That is a pretty cool weapon, but I think I'm going to stick with the Cinder Blade. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and leave this with the zombie's corpse right there. So we'll go ahead and leave that there. We get the zombie in our graveyard, and that means that we have 3 enemies in the graveyard. So I'm going to go ahead and turn those in, and we can get ourselves another skill. So let's go ahead and grab the Treasure Hunter skill. This is a mind skill. It says, whenever you gain a gold for defeating an enemy, you also gain 1 energy. So that is pretty powerful, dudes. Every time we kill an enemy and gain a gold, we're also going to gain an energy from it. So that is going to keep our energy nice and full. So we'll go ahead and put that over here. I also have to remember, dudes, we have life drain. So we could do this at some point too. Before combat begins, you may spend 2 energy to deal d6 damage to your foe, while also gaining d6 health. So we haven't had to use it so far since we're not missing any health, but that is something to keep in mind. Okay, there we go. That is really cool. Like, that's actually an amazing ability. It sucks that she can't get blessings, but it's like she has an infinite health potion. Like, she can always regain energy, which is super, super good. Or regain health, rather. All right, guys, that is the end of level 1 of the dungeon. So we are going to go ahead and shuffle up the dungeon deck here. And we're going to head into level 2. That was pretty eventful, man. We fought 3 enemies on that first level. We ran into a potion merchant and got ourselves a health potion. We picked up a scale armor and a cinder blade off of 2 of the enemies that we fought. That is absolutely insane. So we are decked out with gear already just after the first level of the first dungeon. This is insane. So there we go. We're going to go ahead and eat a ration in between levels. That's going to gain us 1 energy. We have no poison, so we're not going to gain any more. We're going to move into level 2 of the dungeon, and we are going to draw a plot card, and it is the Prisoner. You find yourself in the threshold of a small prison room. An orc guard is fast asleep at a table, where a couple of gold coins rest. The sole prisoner spots you and silently points to the keys on the table. We can free the prisoner, or take the money and run. If we free the prisoner, we're going to lose 1 energy and 3 health, and then we'll move up 1 on the morality track, gain 2 gold, and 1 treasure card. If we take the money and run, we're going to move down 1 on the morality track and gain 2 gold. Seeing as how we have so much gear already and we can't hold anymore, which is kind of a downside of Eldra, but I like the challenge. I think that's a cool limitation, and it makes the game more interesting that way, honestly. I think that we're going to skip the freeing the prisoner option because we'll get a treasure card, but we can't hold anything anyway, and I really don't want to drop anything that we have right now. And moving up 1 on the morality track would be good, but losing an energy and 3 health sucks. So we're going to go ahead and take the money and run. You dash through the room, picking up the coins as you pass the table. The orc wakes up confused, but you are long gone. Move down 1 on the morality track and gain 2 gold. So we're just going to blast through the room, snatch up the 2 gold coins off of the table, and peace out of there, dudes. And we get 3 eyes toward finding the boss. So we are at 5. We are halfway there. Living on a prayer, dudes. We're heading into level 2. Here we go. First room of level 2 of the dungeon. What do we got? The false idol. There's another false idol. There's false idols all over the place in this dungeon. So, what do we want to do? Do we want to beg for power, wealth, or life, or do we want to ignore the idol? So we don't need life. We're at full health. If we beg for wealth, we'll gain 2 gold and 1 potion. We wouldn't move down on the morality track. I think we should probably we should probably try to balance this out a little bit. We're getting kind of low on the morality track. So we're going to ignore the false idol. We're going to move up 1 space on the morality track, and we're going to lose 1 health, which isn't that big of a deal. We're down to 8 health, but we're a little bit further up on the morality track now, so that's good. We're moving further in to the mushroom grove. Let's go, dudes. You have located a grove of young mushrooms. So let's go ahead and roll a dice here and see what we find. Oh, no. We found a mushroom, dude. It looked a little bit questionable. Eldra decided to eat it, and it turns out it was poisonous. So we're going to gain 1 poison token right there. Yee. So that effectively puts our health down to 7. That could have been better, but it is what it is. We're going to move on from that. And there's an ambush up ahead. Do we want to resolve this? If so, we're going to ambush them. I think we probably should. Yep, let's do it. So we're going to catch our foe by surprise and gain the upper hand. We're going to add the dungeon level, which is 2, to the health of a wolf. Okay, good, dude. Another easy fight. So the wolf is going to have 5 health. Boop, right there. He does 2 damage. He's got a treasure class of 1. He is weak to fire. And it says you may avoid this conflict by spending 1 ration. We do have 2 rations, but I really don't want to use one on the wolf, to be honest. We're just going to fight this guy. And since we're ambushing, we get +3 to our attack, and we get to attack first. So we're going to spend 1. We're going to spend 1 energy, and we're going to add 3 to our roll. Here we go. Oh, also, he's weak to fire, and we have the Cinder Blade, so we add +3 to the sum of our attack rolls versus enemies weak to fire. So we're actually doing +6. So he's just dead. Good. That's good we had the Cinder Blade, because he would have been at 1 health. We would have not killed him, but we dealt 7. So that is enough to take down the wolf. Put the energy up that way, and we get 1 loot. Dude, we're getting so much loot. What do we get? Boom. Oh my gosh, dude. The Iron Helm, subtract 1 from both initial damage and counter strikes. Holy crap, it weighs 2. Okay, dude, this is what we're doing, man. We're dropping the robes, and we're dropping the torch. Yep. Okay, so wait, is this a trapping? Is this a trapping? Yeah, I'm going to set these over here. There we go. Yeah, we're dropping both of those, dude, and we're putting on the Iron Helm. Dude, it's insane. We are decked out in armor right now, dude. So let's see. We got 3, 5, 7, 8. So yeah, we are maxed out on weight. Oh my gosh, dude. It sucks losing the robe. And I mean, I guess the torch would have been good to use one time. But dude, the Iron Helm is going to be great for the rest of the game. Subtract 1 from both initial damage and counter strikes. So we're subtracting 3 from initial damage and counter strikes with the scale armor and the Iron Helm. That is completely insane. All right, guys, let's keep on going. So we took down the wolf. He's going to go in our graveyard over this way. And let's head further into level 2. See what we got here. The Archangel. Ooh, so bad things might happen now. Since we're -1 on the morality track, we're actually going to lose 1 health. You know, that's probably not as bad as if we run into a skirmish or an ambush. So we're just going to go ahead and do it. We're going to let the Archangel judge us. We've been a little bit naughty, unfortunately. We're at -1 on the morality track. So we're going to lose 1 health. There we go. So we are down to 7 health and effectively 6 since we have that poison on us. Finding the altar would be pretty nice right about now. Let's go deeper in to a skirmish. Do we want to do this? I kind of want to push my luck, to be honest with you, dude. I think I want to push my luck. We could also use life drain if we do this fight. Yeah, maybe we just do it. So it says you draw your weapon and are ready for battle. Draw an enemy card and add the dungeon level to their health. So we're going to add 2 to the health of, oh my god, it is a cave troll. So he's going to have 10 health. Yikes, dude. This is actually really bad. This is not good at all. He does 4 base damage. It's a good thing we are decked out in armor. He's got a treasure class of 2. He's weak to fire. That's good. We got the Cinder Blade. He'll drop 1 gold. And it says you may avoid this conflict by spending 3 gold. Dude, we do have 3 gold. Do we want to just avoid this? I kind of think I do. If I'm being honest, dude, I think I do, man. Eldra is like, she's kind of squishy with her low health, and we've already taken 2, and we have a poison on us. I think we're going to go ahead, dude. We're going to toss the cave troll, the 3 gold that we have, and we are going to skip this fight, guys. That might be a controversial decision. Let me know down in the comments below what you would have done, but I don't want the run to end early from a really unlucky roll. So we're gonna utilize the gold while we have it and toss it to the cave troll and keep on moving, dudes. Let's go deeper in. There's an ambush. We're gonna go ahead and do it. We're gonna catch our foe by surprise. We're gonna add 2 to the health of a flying snake. That's more like it. So the flying snake is gonna have 5 health, does 1 damage. It doesn't drop any treasure or gold, which kind of sucks. It is weak to ice, and it says you gain 1 poison with initial damage. So let's go ahead and just take this dude down right now before we gain more poison. We're going to spend 1 energy. We're adding 3 to our roll since we're ambushing. Anything but a 1 and we kill it. A 6. There we go. So 9 damage. Plenty enough to take it down. Put that up this way, and we add the flying snake to our graveyard. So we've got the wolf and the flying snake in the graveyard right now. And as mentioned, no treasure from the flying snake. Let's go deeper into level 2. We're getting pretty close to the end. There's an arrow trap. Do we want to do the arrow trap? Not really, if I'm being honest. I think I'm going to push my luck, dudes. This is sketchy. I don't want to get more poison. I think I'm going to push my luck here and hope for the best. Oh, no. Not good. Okay, it is a skirmish. You are taken off guard and stumble for your weapon. Draw an enemy card and add the dungeon level +4 to their health. Gain 1 extra bonus gold if you defeat this enemy. That's pretty cool. Okay, so there is a bonus at least. So we're going to draw the enemy, add the dungeon level +4. So we're going to add 6 to the health of a goblin. Okay, dude, this goblin lifts. This is a Chad goblin right here, dudes. He's got 8 health. He is doing 1 damage for his base damage. He's got a treasure class of 1. He drops 1 loot. He is weak to ice. And it says you may avoid this conflict by spending 1 gold. Dude, I so wish that we had a gold. That would be really good. Oh, dang. Okay, so he is going to attack first. I think I'm going to go ahead and use Life Drain. So before combat begins, you may spend 2 energy to deal d6 damage to your foe while also gaining d6 health. So I'm going to roll the 1 dice, and that is going to determine how much damage we do and how much life we gain. So let's see what we get here, guys. Something good, please. Oh, 1, of course. Why wouldn't it be a 1? There we go. Deal 1 whopping damage. We gain 1 health back. That is as bad as it could have been, but it's okay. The goblin is going to attack. So he's going to add 1 to his attack here. So he does 3 minus 2 is 1 plus 1, but we mitigate 3 damage. So we take absolutely nothing. We are going to retaliate here. I'm going to spend 2 energy. We're going to roll 2 dice. And we did 9 damage. There we go, guys. So that is going to be enough to take down the goblin. Set this up this way. There we go. And we're going to get 1 loot. So let's see what we get. We got an emerald. And we're also going to get a coin. I was about to grab a potion. We're also going to get a coin. And this is cool. The emerald weighs nothing, so we can carry it. And it says discard while trading with the merchant to gain any 1 item he is selling. So this is like infinite money for 1 item that the merchant is selling. That is super, super useful right there. So we'll go ahead and hang on to that. And we get the goblin in our graveyard. And that means that we have 3 enemies in the graveyard. So I'm going to go ahead and flip those over, and we can get ourselves another mind skill from the skill deck over here. And we are going to get alchemy. So we're going to go ahead and it says gain 2 potions of your choice. And whenever you draw a new potion card, you may draw 1 extra potion, pick 1 to keep, and then discard the other. So that is super powerful. I'm going to go ahead and, you know what, guys? Now I'm second guessing it because we can't hold anymore. So we can't actually get the 2 potions. We're going to forego this one for right now, I think. Yeah, I'm going to actually change my mind. I'm going to go with hawking instead. So at the beginning of each level, roll a d6 to see what your bird finds. So we basically get like a hawk companion. If we roll a 1 or a 2, it fails and your bird locates nothing. If we roll a 3 or a 4, it's a success and we find 1 gold coin. And if it's a 5 or 6, it's a success and we gain 1 ration. So that's cool. So we have like a hawk that's going to go out and look for coins and food for us. So there we go. Got the hawking skill. And yeah, there we go. So that is the end of that room right there. Let's move further into level 2. We're getting close to the end. The savage encounter, no thank you. We're definitely going to skip that. Into a clearing. Anything can happen in a clearing. Draw a plot, and it is the shrine. In the clearing, you find a towering shrine covered in vegetation. You are overwhelmed by a sense of power, just as a gentle breeze rushes past you. Gain blessing tokens equal to your position on the morality track. First of all, we're at -1, so we wouldn't have gained any. And even if we were at 5 on the morality track, it wouldn't have mattered, because Eldra cannot gain blessing tokens because of her life drain skill, but we do get 3 eyes toward finding the boss. So fingers crossed we don't get a 1 eye plot card at the end of this level, and we're going to go straight to the boss. So there we go, guys. We're up to 8 eyes right now. And here we go, entering the last room of level 2, potentially the last room of the dungeon, into another savage encounter. No, thank you. We're going to skip that into an ambush. Yikes, it was bound to happen. Your foe catches you by surprise, gaining the upper hand. Draw an enemy card and add the dungeon level to their initial damage. Add the dungeon level plus 5 to their health. Holy crap, dude. So 7 to the health of a flying snake. Okay, so it's got 10 health. Another flying snake. Yikes. And then we're going to add the dungeon level to their initial damage. So they're going to add 2 to their initial damage. So they're going to do plus 3 on their initial attack. And it says you gain 1 poison damage with initial damage. Let's hope that they don't actually hit us here, guys. So we're mitigating 3 damage with the Iron Helm and the scale armor. That's going to cancel out his additional damage. Let's see what he does. Hopefully he rolls doubles. No. Oh my goodness. So he rolls 4 damage. That is quite a strong hit. So we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 hearts of damage right there. And that is also going to poison us. So we're going to gain a poison. And that means we're at 2 poison. Dude, that really sucks. That is brutal. Okay. I think now is the time to use the health potion. So we're going to go ahead and pop the health potion. And that says you may discard this card to gain 4 health. This was a loot health potion. So we're going to go ahead and gain 4 health. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we healed that hit that we just took from the flying snake. Now we can retaliate. It has 10 health. It's weak to ice. Unfortunately, our Cinder Blade doesn't work in this circumstance. I think we're going to go ahead and spend 3, dudes. Yep, I'm going to spend 3 energy right there. We're going to roll all 3 dice, and we need 10 or more damage. Oh my god, that's so bad. Oh my goodness, that's bad. We did 4 damage with 3 energy. Dude, if we die to a flying snake... Can you even imagine, dude? With the Iron Helm and the scale armor? Come on, dude. We are low on energy. I'm kind of hoping we don't fight the boss now. If we survive this fight, I'm really hoping that we get a 1-eye plot, because we need to gain more energy, dudes. We're way low on energy right now, and we still have more to fight with this flying snake. So the flying snake is going to retaliate. It's doing 1. We're mitigating 3, so it's going to get -2 to its roll. And it misses. It rolls doubles and completely whiffs. That is amazing for us. You know, I'm going to actually spend 2. Yeah, I'm going to spend 2 this time. And this ought to do it, guys. This ought to do it. Yes, 10. Plenty enough damage. There we go. Taking down the flying snake. He doesn't drop anything, unfortunately, but we do get the flying snake in our graveyard. And that is the end of level 2. That was a rough way to end level 2. How much energy do we have? We have 3 energy going into potentially the boss fight here, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle up the dungeon deck. And then we're going to go ahead and eat a ration as well in between levels. And hey, at least when we eat the ration, that is going to gain us 1 energy. So it gives us 4 energy in case we do head into the boss fight right here. So let's gain that energy back. Unfortunately for us, we've got 2 poison tokens. So that means that we gain another poison token. Dude, we have so much poison on us. Yikes. Okay, and so we're at 8 health, and we're effectively at 5 because of the poison. Not good, dudes. We're moving into level 3 of the dungeon, and we draw a plot card, and it is the old woman. It's got 2 eyes, dude. We're about to fight the boss. It says, you hear a moaning sound from the shadows, and discover a lost old woman. She is frail and mutters on about losing something in the darkness. Help her escape the dungeon, or leave her and search instead. If we help her escape, we're going to lose a ration and 1 energy. I don't even need to read the rest. We're leaving her, dude. We are leaving her and searching instead. You ignore the old lady and instead look for what she may have lost. Move down 1 on the morality track and gain 1 random treasure card. Okay, let's see what the loot is. It is the Talhofer Buckler. It's a very cool item, especially when you have a 2-handed weapon, because you can equip this with 2-handed weapons. It subtracts 1 from initial damage, and it gives you +1 to the sum of attack rolls. Very, very good item right here, but we can't hold it, unfortunately. We are maxed out on gear over here, I believe, right? 2, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and this weighs 2, and we can only hold 8. So unfortunately, we're going to have to drop the Talhofer Buckler. Rip. But it is what it is, guys. And also, as mentioned, that's 2 eyes toward finding the boss, which means we are at 10 eyes, and it's time to fight the boss of the dungeon. We're only sitting on 4 energy. We have 5 health, effectively. I mean, we do have 8, but effectively we have 5 health with that 3 poison on us, guys. So let's see who we're fighting here. We've got an ice. We also have an undead, another undead, a fire, another ice, and a fire. So there are 3 ice 2 undead, and 2 fire. So that means we're fighting the ice boss, and that is the lurker right here, dude. So there we go. We're fighting the lurker as the boss on this first dungeon adventure with Eldra. Go ahead and put our graveyard back over this way. I don't have high hopes for this. This might be the end of the line for Eldra. Yeah, that fight with the flying snake, man, that was brutal, getting into that skirmish or that ambush with the flying snake. Yikes. So the lurker has 22 health. He has a lot of health. We're going to go ahead and put 2 11s on him, just like that. He does 5 damage, dudes. He hits hard. He's got a treasure class of 2. He's weak to ice, unfortunately. Our Cinder Blade is not working for us much in this dungeon. And it says attacks from the lurker. Ignore defensive bonuses gained from shields or bucklers. We don't have a shield or buckler, so we're not too concerned about that. Unfortunately, we didn't get to use our hawking ability, and we didn't get our treasure hunter ability to pop off either, because we didn't kill any enemies that had gold on them once we got it. So unless I goofed and missed it, but I'm pretty sure that didn't happen. I'll find out whenever I'm editing the video. Don't think I missed that, though. Do I want a life drain? I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth spending 2 energy just to roll 1 dice, and we're only missing 1 health. So, guys, this might be it right here, dudes. The lurker is going to attack. He does 5 damage. We're mitigating 3 from that damage with the scale armor and the Iron Helm. So he's doing +2 damage right here, dudes. We need some luck. Come on. Oh, my God. That's insane, dude. Oh my gosh. So he does 5 plus 2 is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we've got 1 life left and 3 poison, which means Eldra is dead. Rip Eldra, dude, no. You can't win them all, dudes. I've been getting pretty lucky in Iron Helm lately, so, you know, this is kind of bringing me back down to earth. This reminded me, like, the first several times I played this game, I just, like, lost and lost and lost. So, yeah, there it is, dudes. Eldra has been taken down instantly by the lurker boss. Didn't even get to put a hit on him. Rip, dude. We had amazing armor. We had an awesome weapon. We had the emerald ready to go for the next merchant. And we had 3 skills, dude. We were pretty stacked. But yeah, that poison did us in, and Eldra's low health. That is rough, dude. We're going to run her back eventually, because I really, really like the challenge of how low her health is, but it's also cool that she has so much energy to play with. So, and also her limited carrying capacity really makes you think about what you want to hang on to. So that was a very fun experience playing with Eldra. We'll run her back in the future, but next time we'll definitely play a different character. I still want to get to Mizlak. We might even do that next, dude. I think I'm just going to do it. You know what? I'm just going to, yep, I'm going to commit myself to it now, guys. I probably shouldn't. Check him out. Mizlak the Beggar. Look at those stats, bro. Look at that. This guy starts with 9 health, 10 energy. He holds 8 just like Eldra does. He starts with no food, 1 coin, and he starts with no trappings. So this is ultra hard mode. We're going to run that next time. I think that'll be funny. I doubt we'll make it through, but hey, if we do, that'll be the most epic thing ever. So there we go, guys. That is the end of the line, unfortunately, for Eldra in this playthrough of Iron Helm. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up like button. If you haven't already, consider subbing to the channel, hit the red subscribe button, and click the bell icon so you can be notified every time I upload a brand new video, and upload videos just like this all the time. And dudes, if you like what you see, and you want to pick up your own copy of Iron Helm, you can head on over to thegamecrafter.com. This is not a sponsored video, but that's where you got to go if you want to get your own copy of Iron Helm. They have Iron Helm, they have the Iron Chest expansion, and all of the other expansions for Iron Helm created by Jason Glover himself. So be sure to go over there and check that out, dudes. If you're on the fence about it, I highly, highly recommend giving it a chance. At least pick up the base game and see how you like it for yourself. And if not, you can always watch more gameplay here on the Game Night YouTube channel. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Appreciate all you dudes so much. And hey, until next time, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.